So I really don't know what things are unless I'm at the store. And then even when I'm at the store, I'll see something that says new on the bag, and I'll take a picture and I'll send it to like Erik or like my friend D, and they'll both be like, "Oh, that's been out for 2 years." I'm like, well, why does it still say new on the bag? Like, what the fuck? Like,
they do, because here's the thing: they'll print out all these labels, bags, boxes, whatever it is, and we'll put this all out there, and they're like, "Well, we're only going to make it for 6 months." But then if it's not fully selling, it's on the shelf for another year or two, and it says brand new, and you look and it's like, oh, this has been around forever. And that's the problem with doing food review stuff. Food reviews, yeah, I said that right. Where the people who are really into food reviews and some of those accounts that get tipped off by either the advertising house that's doing the campaign for the new product, or the companies that make the product themselves tip them off with some artwork saying, hey, this is coming in the fall, or this is coming around Christmas time, getting you hyped up for it. A lot of other people are like, oh, I like food and snacks, I'll just do a food review too, because it's one of those things that everybody thinks everybody can do now, like podcasting and stand-up comedy.
Because it's easy. It's easy for people to get a bunch of snacks, sit around and shoot shit about snacks. Like, it's not hard.
And it's not hard, but then a lot of them tend to wax poetic with it, where they pontificate the snack and they got to break it down, and they get very pompous and over dramatic with a lot of this stuff. And it's the reason why I did The Consumer was because it spawned out of Opie and Anthony, where I always had little things at work, and Norton and Opie used to make fun that I always had different little things, or like that vitamin stuff that you would pour into your water bottle.
The emergency stuff? Yeah,
well, not emergency. We all had that, but like the V-Mix or Mix whatever thing, you would put it in there where it's sugar-free, or I had the ones that were 4C or Lipton had the iced tea that I could pour into the water bottle. So I always had things like that. And it became a goof, like you and your treats or whatever, and kind of coined the phrase when he says, he does is consume, and he goes, but unfortunately the rest of America's like that. They're all like E-Rock, they're just consume. You should do your consuming thing, and that's where it spawned. And I think that the account might be 10 years old now at this point. But anyway,
well, you've had that for quite a minute.
Yeah, O&A was still on, so yeah, it's got to be at least a decade that I started that thing. But the trick to it was that I'm not sitting there trying to sell you the product, and I'm not trying to kiss the company's ass of whoever makes what, so in the hopes that they'll send me free product. I'll tell you, if I like it, great. If I don't like it, I'm very blunt with it, and I said, this is garbage, and here's why it's garbage. But it always ends with, or usually ends with, but what do I know? Feel free to try it for yourself and make your own decision on that. But there's times I'll flat out tell you, like, this is terrible. Don't waste your money doing that. It's not what all these other food bloggers do. So I get a lot of feedback, people saying, why do you always write about shit that you don't like? I'm like, because nobody else does. Why am I going to... Look, we all like Coca-Cola. We all like Pepsi. You like one of the two. You like one maybe more than the other, but somebody likes soda, right? Almost everybody does. If I'm going to try a new soda, like those weird brands that they bring out every now and then, like this is the pickle soda, this is the... the pomegranate soda, and you go and try and go, this is terrible. It's a gimmick stuff. Some gimmicks are great. Others are not. It's terrible. Anyway, go to The Consumer on Instagram.